Good afternoon, students. I hope you are all well. First of all, there is a correction. In exercise 6.3, question number 10, I did it a bit wrong. I copied the question wrong actually. From first step, I copied it wrong. So we had to simplify a square b, a cube plus 1 minus a minus ab, a to the power 4 minus 2a square plus 2a, and finally minus b, a cube minus 1 minus a square. We had to simplify this expression, and what I did was I multiplied a square b with a cube and wrote down a to the power 4b, which is quite wrong. Okay, the correct solution will be a square b into a cube will be a to the power 5b plus a square b minus a cube b. After that, minus a to the power 5b plus 2a cube b minus 2a square b, and lastly minus a cube b plus b plus a square. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to group the like terms. Okay, so we have one a to the power 5b, we have another one minus a to the power 5b. After this we have a square b. Let me check whether there is another. This is one more a square b minus 2 a square b, and lastly plus a square b. Fine. Okay. After this we have a cube b minus a cube b plus 2a cube b and minus a cube, and lastly we have plus b. Let me count all the terms. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. That means I have collected all the terms. Now I will write the simplified form. These two are subtracted resulting to the 0. These three are subtracted resulting to the 0. These three are subtracted resulting to the 0. So your final answer is just B. Okay. Okay, students, let's start with the lecture for today. Not yesterday, in the previous video, we discussed about the identities. Let me write down the identities as they were discussed in your book. First one is x plus a into x plus b. It is equals to x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. Second identity is x minus a, x minus b. This is equals to x square minus a plus b into x plus a. Okay, I guess these are the two identities that are discussed in your book. Okay, after these you have whole square identities. Those are a plus b whole square, that is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square, and a minus b whole square, that is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. And finally you have the identity of a square minus b square, that is a plus b into a minus b is equals to a square minus b square. Okay, so these are all the identities that are discussed in your book, and along with those we have covered some more identities. I hope you remember all of those. Based on these identities, we are going to attempt exercise 6.5. Okay, so in exercise 6.5, once again question number 1, 2, 3 are all MCQs. So I will not discuss them until someone asks them. We'll start with question number 4. Question number 4 is find the product. In question number 4, we have to determine the products. Once again, there are 4 parts. I'm going to do only 2 parts. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I will do first of all A part and then B part. I will leave the remaining parts for you. First of all, A part. I'm doing A part. I know A part is quite simple. But I will do it first of all so that you can understand how the formula applies. Okay. So the formula used here will be x plus a into x plus b is equals to x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. Okay, this is the formula that we use here. Okay, now listen carefully. uh, what what is the connection, what is the similarity between these multiplication of these two and this formula? See, the first term of both the brackets are same. The first term of both the brackets are same. After that, the second term of both the brackets are different. There can be any second term. Okay, so the first term is x, and second term are different. So we are, in place of x we have x, in place of a we have 7, in place of b we have 9. So we are going to apply the formula accordingly. After using this formula, we will get x square as it is, plus a is 7, b is 9 into x, plus a is 7 and b is 9. We have replaced a and b with 7 and 9 respectively. So this is x square. 7 plus 9 is 16 into x, that is 16x, plus 7 9s are 63. So that will be your final answer. Okay. Let us do second question, B part. In B part, you have PQ plus 5 and PQ plus 3. Okay, you have to find out the multiplication of PQ plus 5 and PQ plus 3. Once again, you are going to use the same formula. So let us write the formula first of all. Formula uses x plus a into x plus b is equals to, once again, x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. Okay, so this time in place of x we have pq, in place of x we have pq, in place of a I have b, in place of 5, in place of a I have 5, and in place of b I have 3. Okay, so the formula will be applied in this manner. First of all, there is a square of first term of the both the brackets. So this is PQ whole square plus, inside the bracket there is sum of both the terms, 5 plus 3 into, that is multiplied with x. So instead of x we will write PQ, and finally both the constants are multiplied. So this is PQ square means P square into Q square. How? In exponents we learned that a to the power a into b to the power m is equals to a to the power m into b to the power m. Okay, so this is PQ square is P square into Q square plus 3 plus 5 is 8 PQ plus 50. So this will be your final answer. Fine. So we have applied the formula x plus a and x plus b. Okay. Yeah, we have done question number 4. Based on these formulas, based on the formula that we have discussed till now, uh, we can also try to do question number 9. Okay. In question number 9, there are two parts that are exactly same as the questions that we have discussed now. There is C part. You have to determine the product of 104 into 96, and there is after that D part. You have to determine the product of 82 and 84. Okay, so let me show you the C part, and I hope you can do the D part. Okay, once again, if you encounter any of problems in any of the questions that are discussed in the video or that are not discussed in the video or given to you as a homework, you can please notify me so that I can include them in the video. Okay, but kindly don't send me requests such as repeating the questions again. If I've done any question wrong, like I did today, so I repeated the question that I did wrong, but unfortunately I will not repeat the question that I did correctly, that I have explained once. Okay, now C part. In C part we have 104 multiplied to the 96. Okay, so one way to multiply 104 and 96 will be to simply multiply 104 and 96. Another way would have been, we will rewrite them as 100 plus 4. 104 can be written as 100 plus 4, and 96 can be written as 100 minus 4. I will come to this question shortly, because this question explains with the identity a square minus b square. Okay, I choose the wrong part. A square minus b square is more appropriate to solve this question. So I will move on to D part. I will explain you D part. I will explain C part once again when I discuss a square minus b square identity. Okay, don't think that I have skipped the question. D part is 82 into 84. So 82 into 84, you can rewrite it as 80 plus 2, that is 82, multiplied by 80 plus 4, that is 84. Identity used or formula used. We will use the same formula, that was x plus a into x plus b, that was equals to x square plus a plus b into x plus a. Okay, so in place of x, this time we have 80. In place of a we have 2, and in place of b we have 4. We will put in the values in the formula. So this is x square, that will be 80 square, plus 2 plus 4 into 80 plus AB. AB is 2 into 4. So 80 square is 8 square is 64, 2 zeros after that. 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 into 8. 6 8s are 48. 2 into 4 is 12. Sorry, not 12, 2 4s are 8. Now we will add these 8, 8, 8, 6. Even if you multiply both of these, I guess you will get the same answer. Okay. Now moving on to question number 5. Question number 5. In question number 5, we deal with whole square formulas. Okay. So I will do once again A part, and let me do C part and D part. They look more difficult. I will leave A part and B part of question number 5 to you. So C part is xy plus 5 whole square. Okay, we have to simplify this. The formula that we are going to use is with every question you have to write down the formula that you are using. There are two necessary reasons that I am asking you to write down the formula with every question. Those are, first of all, because I am saying so, and secondly, because by rewriting the formula again and again, what will happen is you will learn the formula. Okay, so rewriting these formula is very important. a plus b whole square will be a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now this is in place of a I have xy, so I will write down it as xy whole square, plus in place of b I have 5. 2 in place of a I had xy, in place of b I have 5 plus 5 square. Okay, we are just substituting the values of a and b, nothing much. As we already discussed earlier, pq whole square is p square q square. In the same manner, xy whole square is x square y square, plus 2 5s are 10 xy, plus 5 square is 25. So this is the expansion of c part. Similarly, we can do the d part. In d part, the formula that is being applied here is a minus b whole square. D part is 3p minus 4q whole square. Okay, so formula used here is a minus b. Why minus? Because the sign in between the terms is negative whole square. The expansion of this formula was a square minus 2ab plus b square. So what we have to do, we have to just substitute the values of a and b. In place of a, I will write 3p. In place of b, I will write 4q. No need to bother with the negative sign inside the bracket. That is all headed with the formula 2a is 3p and b 4q. Okay, you are not required to bother with the negative sign inside the bracket. Don't say, sir, it is minus 4q and we have written plus 4q. That are all considered in the formula. You don't have to worry about it. So this is 3 square is 9, p square is p square, minus 2 3s are 6, 6 4s are 24, pq, plus 4 square is 16 and q square is q. So this is the expansion of 3p minus 4q whole square. Okay. Based on this question, in question number 9, you have two parts. Those are a and b part. A and b part are explaining the same type of formulas. See, in a part, in question number 9, a part, you have 84 whole square. In question number 9, b part, you have 91 whole square. Okay, so let me explain how to do a part, and I guess you will have to do b part by yourself. So once again, one way to do this will be multiplying 84 with 84, but that is not the correct way because we are studying the exercise regarding identities. So we will reduce it as 80 plus 4 whole square, and once again use the formula. Formula used here is same. A plus b whole square is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Instead of a, we have 80, and instead of b, we have 4. So this will be 80 square plus 2 into 80 into 4 plus 4 square. Once again, 80 square is 6400. 2 4s are 8, 8 8s are 64, 640 plus 4 4s are 60. We will add all of this. So this is 6, 1 plus 4, 5, 6 plus 4, 10, 7. 7056. So that will be your answer. When you are expanding 91 whole square, you can write it as 90 plus 1 whole square and expand the formula accordingly. Okay. We discussed the question number 9 here. Okay. Now let's see question number 6. Okay, question number 6 will be last question that we discussed today. Actually, the second last question that we are going to discuss today. After question number 6, I am again going to move on to question number 9. And let me remind you the questions that I have not discussed till now. Question number 1, question number 3, remaining parts of question number 4, question number 5, question number 6, and remaining parts of question number 9. So remaining parts of question number 3, 4, 5, 6 and 9, as well as 7 we are not going to do today. Remaining parts of question number 4, 5, 6 and 9 are to be done in your homework copy, as well as question number 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now question number 6, let's see. Once again, in question number 6 there are four parts. I'm only going to discuss 2 parts with you. I will take B part and D part. The B part in question number 6 is 7x plus 1 upon 8 is to be multiplied with 7x minus 1 upon 8. Now we have taken the identities of x plus a, x minus b, a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square. The last remaining identity that we have to use now is that will be a plus b into a minus b. It is a square minus b square. How do we identify which identity to use? Simple. See, both the brackets are to be multiplied. First term of both the brackets are same, as well as second term of both the brackets are also same. First term of both the brackets is 7x. Second term of both the brackets is 1 upon 8. So as we gather, the pair of terms are same, but the sign in between, the signs in between are different. In such cases, you apply the formula of a square minus b square. Okay. So how do you apply it? First of all, you square the first term, put the negative sign in between, and then square the second term. 7 square is 49 x square minus 1 square is 1, 8 square is 64. Complete. Quite simple, right? Now, in the same manner, we can try question number 6, D part. D part is 3y square plus 5x, 3y square minus 5x. Once again, as you can easily observe, first term of both the brackets are same, second term of both the brackets are also same. The only difference is sign in between. In first bracket there is a positive sign, in second bracket there is a negative sign. The formula used once again will be a plus b when multiplied by a minus b will result in a square minus b square. So it will be expanded as first term square minus second term square. First term square is 9 y to the power 4 minus second term square is 5 square is 25, x square is x square. Okay. Now, like I told you, we will come back to question number 9. In question number 9, parts C, E and F are of same kind. Parts C, E, C part is 104 into 96. E part is 144 square minus 56 square. And finally, F part is 127 equal to 127 into 127 minus 73 into 73. Okay, so let's start with C part. C part was 104 into 96. And like I have already told you how to expand it, we will expand it as 100 plus 4 and 100 minus 4. Once again, I will apply the identity. Identity used here is a plus b into a minus b. In place of a, I have 100. In place of b, I have 4. So I'll rewrite it as 100 square minus 4 square. 100 square is 1 and 4 zeros. 4 square is 60. Subtract it and you will get the answer. Okay. E part. All these three questions. See, in question number 9, B part, C part, E part and F part are to be done in your homework copy, okay? E part is, once again we are, see, if I square 144 and I square 56, in the previous example, the question that we did just now, C part, 100 square and 4 square were quite easy to simplify. 100 square I can do quite simply, 4 square I can do simply, so I did it directly. But in E and F part there is a problem is square of 144 is quite difficult to determine, and square of 56 is also quite difficult to determine. So what we do is we apply the formula in reverse order. How do we apply it? Formula used, we are applying the formula in reverse order, that is we are given the values in the form of a square minus b square. We will rewrite them as a plus b and a minus b. We will refactorize them. How do we do this? In the formula, in the question, 144 first time is added with 56, and second time 144 we are subtracting 56 from it. Now you will see easily 144 and 56 when added will result 200 into 144 and 56 when subtracted will result in 88. Okay, please inform me if I am wrong. Okay, I might be wrong in this. I've done calculation quite fast. So your final result should be 00617. Let me check the answer in the book as well. This is exercise 6.5 and exercise 6.5 question number is 9, and it is which part? Exactly correct. No problem. E part. No problems in calculation. The answer is correct. Okay. So in this question, what we had was we were quite lazy. Let's say we were quite lazy to find out the square of 144 and 56. So we applied the identity in the reverse order. Okay. In the same manner, you can apply the same funda to this question as well. You can rewrite it as 127 into 127 is 127 square. 73 into 73 is 73 square. You will apply the same formula, write down the same line, applying the formula a square minus b square is equals to a plus b into a minus b, and you will rewrite it as 127 minus plus 73 first of all, and 127 minus 73. 127 plus 73 is 200, and once you subtract it, you will get some answer. Multiply it and you will get your correct answer. I hope you understand the concept that we discussed today. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.